welcome to my classroom. My name is Miss Ray, and this is my 10th year teaching. This is my 8th year teaching kindergarten. I taught 1 year of 2nd grade and 1 year of 1st grade before I moved down to kindergarten, which is my absolute favorite. I can't imagine teaching any other grade level now. But I just wanted you to see a tour of my classroom today. A real classroom, not a Pinterest classroom. This is Friday afternoon, tired teacher. Everything is kind of a mess, but that's okay because this is real life, and I want you to see real life. Also, my own children are here to help me today. This is Cambry, and this is Kinley Kate. So they're super good helpers. Yes, and she has a brand new backpack. She's going to be starting pre-K in just one more year. Yes, that's your dance bag.
That's your dance bag.
Can you say hey?
And you say with a 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so this is probably my favorite area in my classroom. I'm actually sitting in the library center. And this center is basically an area where kids can come and sit in our little rocking chairs. They can get books off of our bookshelf. And these are all books.
New backpack.
Yes, we love your backpack. These are all books that we have read during the week so that these kiddos can sit and they can read these books, not by reading the words, but by looking at the pictures and retelling the story. Because at this point, they don't really have reading skills like you think of, but they can retell a story that I have read to them, and they can look at the pictures, and it's pretty fun to listen to if you catch them when they're doing it out loud so that you can hear them. It's really fun to hear what they are making up as they look at the pictures. This area I absolutely love. This is our drying rack, and we do a ton of painting in kindergarten. And this is an area where I don't have to manage this. I teach the kids how to use it. When they finish painting something, they bring it over here, they put it on the drying rack. The main thing that I have to do is teach them not to put their paper on top of somebody else's paper. It does still happen, of course, but for the most part, they're really good at it. And it can sit here and it can dry, and then once it's dry, I take it off and I hang it in the hallway and display it for all of the school to see. This is our calendar bulletin board, which I absolutely love. The months of the year and the calendar and the days of the week all came from Hanging with Miss Halsey. I believe that's the way that you say her name. And then the border is just fabric that I had. Actually, it was leftover chiffon from my wedding 100 years ago. And the paper flowers I cut out just out of cardstock and hot glued together. And my cute little butterfly over here, that's actually the first thing that I cut out with my Cricut after I got my Cricut. And the numbers at the top are actually mine. I made those. They're in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. And then our class jobs, those are also Hanging with Miss Halsey. Those are so pretty. I just love the floral patterns. They're super cute. The colors I got off Teachers Pay Teachers too. The center groups that I have hanging on the wall, that just kind of shows how I group my kiddos for center time. Every group has 3, except for one group only has 2 kids in it. They need a little bit of extra help. Color words, my blender. I actually drew the blender. It's got all of the little blends that you might find, or not all, but the most common blends that you might find on Word. We start doing that after Christmas. My map came from Dollar Tree. Ordinal numbers and patterns, those came from Dollar Tree. This is our whole group area. This is where we start our day and we do our morning meeting and everything, and talk about our rules, and we do our Pledge of Allegiance and get our day started. Those are our nap mat cubbies. The girls are on the left and the boys are on the right. And that's Polly Promethean. She has eyes, so we call her Polly. Anyway, this is where the majority of our learning takes place. I have this chart right here that my own children have decided to rearrange. Friday we had a special visitor that came and talked about wildlife versus pets or domesticated animals. And she brought an alligator, and it was really super fun, and she did this cute little program for us. The kids loved it. These are our cabinets. I am super blessed to have such great cabinets in this classroom. It's where we keep all of our craft supplies and everything my Astro Brights paper. There's my toaster oven. We cook every Friday in kindergarten according to whatever the letter of the week is and the unit for the week. Like we'll make pigs in a blanket for the letter P and that sort of thing. There's my coffee pot. I need that. These are our morning tubs. Miss Kindergarten has an amazing resource on her Teachers Pay Teachers that we use every single day. It's her morning tubs, and it's just got all kinds of hands-on practice for the kiddos to use to kind of get the day started. I have 8 different bins, and there are usually 2 kids to each one, and it's all hands-on stuff. There's no worksheets or anything like that. They come in, they sit down, they get started. I set the timer. Like this bin has tracing letters of the alphabet. They're supposed to erase after they finish, after the timer goes off, but you know how that goes. We have to practice and work on those procedures. These are identifying each letter. You see the letter at the bottom. They trace or circle the letters that match. These, you look in the bag and find the lowercase letter to match the capital letter. Here you trace the letters with your dry erase marker. And here, color words. They look and they find the color to match. Like this is a white tooth, so you would find the color white and you would put it with that color. Here's purple. Brown, it does all the basic colors. So this is kind of what we come in and we get started on our day by doing this hands-on stuff. It keeps the kids occupied. They're learning. They think they're playing. They're learning and having fun. There's no worksheets involved. I'm not a big worksheet teacher. If I do a worksheet, which of course we have to do a few worksheets in order to teach handwriting and that sort of thing, but if I do use a worksheet, it's purposeful and meaningful. Let's talk about classroom supplies. How do you organize your classroom supplies? Does every kid use their own supplies? Do you use community supplies? I'm actually super blessed in that the district that I work for supplies everything. Parents don't have to buy school supplies. The only thing they have to bring for me is a nap mat and a backpack. So here's how I organize my supplies. We have community supplies. These are our bins. Every table and every center has one of these on it. The kids know how to organize them. We keep our scissors, we keep our pencils. Some tables have glue sticks, depending on if it's a center table or if it's just a whole group table. We have erasers, and then these I've been using for years. These are my crayon boxes. They're actually those dollar soap containers that you find at Walmart. They hold all the basic crayons. So I put the kids' names on the outside so they can easily see. And it also doubles at the beginning of the year when some of the kids can't write their name. Instead of having a nameplate on the table that I can't clean very well, I have their names on their soap boxes, their crayon boxes. So all they have to do is look at it to be able to write their name. Inside we put 12 crayons. I don't want red, orange. I don't want blue, violet. I want red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, gray, tan, and white, and brown. Those are the crayons, and black. Those are the crayons that I want in their boxes, so there's no confusion about colors. Because as much as I love Crayola, sometimes their colors can be a little bit strange when you're first starting out with kindergarten, because they go to color an apple red and it turns out to be a red orange, or they think it's an orange and it's actually scarlet. So to keep it simple, we just use the basic colors. These are my book bins. I believe I got these from Really Good Stuff, and I have them organized. There's more over here in the library center. They're organized by unit. In my classroom, we do a letter a week, a number a week, and a science social study unit a week. This past week, we finished up our color unit. So in order to reinforce that, I read books out of this bin right here, like this book, Press Here. Absolutely amazing. The kids think that it's magic. Next week we'll do apples, so I'll pull books out of my apple bin, and this just helps to keep them super organized. I keep them in the window in order to save space. I do believe that I'm gonna find another place for these, because in the afternoon, the sun comes through this window and I don't want my books to get faded. So this is just kind of a temporary solution, but I love these bins from Really Good Stuff. Thank you so much for visiting my classroom. I hope that I helped out somebody that was looking for some new ideas. And I apologize for my amazing Mississippi accent and for my two precious children that were helping us out today. Bye-bye.